Welcome back to another episode of Seams and Downs. I've got with me today, I've got Coach Cody Till, coach of the Memphis Jets. She has given us the honor of being with us today to highlight, her being a coach, but two, highlight the Memphis Jets, something that we all like to learn. Again, the reason for this podcast was to, capture the good things that these teams are out here doing, and in addition to that, just to kind of highlight where these teams are at. And so, Cody, we appreciate you being, Coach Till, I should say, we appreciate you being on here today.
I'm excited. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, thank you very much. So, to capitalize on your time, because I know you have a busy season ahead of you.
Yes, we do.
How'd you get into this? Tell me where it began.
I played softball all throughout my childhood, played travel ball, school ball. In my time, rec ball was still quality competition, quality players, coaches. So, I'm 40 years old, so when I played summer ball for travel teams, and then we played rec ball and school ball, and that was it. And you still became a good player. So anyway, I was supposed to play in college. My dad was terminally ill, so I chose to stay here. And life kind of got in the way, so couldn't play ball after high school. Chose to stay close, but started coaching immediately. Travel ball in my 20s in Olive Branch, and really enjoyed it. And then that kind of fizzled out, and then had kids. So that's when I got back into coaching. Was when obviously they're going to play softball, right? It's
Sure.
my favorite sport. So just started doing that, and from there it kind of grew and expanded as their skill level expanded, and they continued to love it. So then you get into a little bit more competitive coaching.
Sure, and that's how you got to this point, right?
Absolutely.
Wow. Yeah. So I've as you know, I've got a daughter that's now blossoming into things like this. But let's focus on the Jets real quick. So the team that you're currently coaching, what's that age range?
So it's right now we have 14U and 16U. In the fall, we're adding 10U and 12U back into it. When we started, it was 12 and 14.
Wow.
So we've kind of had some age shifts throughout the birth of Jets, and then kind of getting started and growing, so that our age groups are changing and will continue to grow. Our goal is to eventually have all of them.
Wow. Okay. All right. And you guys are Bartlett. This is a kind of a Bartlett, Tennessee local thing, or do you have players that are coming in, or people trying out and coming?
We're home. Our home is Bartlett, Tennessee. Maybe a good time to kind of talk about the growth of Jets, maybe a little. So I got brought into a former player. A former player of mine. Her parent had fallen into the Jets, and it was a family that had started it. Kind of in the rec program out in Bartlett, and they had a team. His daughter had some kids that wanted to play, and created it for her. And they kind of needed better coaching and just someone who understood the process. So she had reached out to me to see, because I had retired from coaching my kids, and just was enjoying being a parent. And she asked if I had time, so I went out there and watched them. And if anyone knows me, they know that if I see it, I'm going to want to jump in there. And you've been at some Bartlett games.
Yes.
I'm pretty vocal. So it just worked out that we all meshed, and I believed in their vision, and I thought that I was something that I could bring to the table to help it get somewhere. And that's what we did. And so it changed a little from the beginning. It was a rec team that just wanted to start doing travel. And then we started bringing the coaching in to support that goal, and that's what we are. We're a full no fee travel program. No daddy ball stuff. I don't have any kids on the team. The coaches, that's kind of our screening process to make sure that we prefer no kids, but if you do have a kid, make sure you have the ability to put them on the bench if they need to be on the bench. And just no fees. So it was something awesome, and we've been working to try to get it to stay, and it's working.
Absolutely. Oh, that's awesome. That's really awesome. So back to the Jets. So the program itself, is this part of a larger organization?
Yes. So we have the Jets organization is the softball side. and I'm over the softball side. I'm the director of all the softball stuff. It kind of runs through us.
Busy lady.
Yes. And then Ching and Haiti, they're the president, and I'm on the board of our nonprofit, For Them From Us. So that's
For Them From Us, folks.
We have a
Remember
Facebook
that.
page as well. But that's how we fund a lot of this, through sponsors and all of that. Their family have a Priority Automotive. They're the main sponsors, obviously. But we've been branching out. So For Them From Us is the nonprofit at the top. Then we have Jets Org, which is the softball, and then we're partnered with Prime Baseball in Bartlett Diamondbacks on the rec side. So we have a boys and a girls side. The boys side is not fully funded yet.
Okay.
That's our goal, is to get both. Right now the girls is the only side that is fully funded, but we do a lot of help outs. We sponsored them to go for World Series recently. So
Fantastic.
trying,
That's
yeah.
awesome. That is really, really awesome. Okay, so 14U and 16U with 10U and 12U coming.
Yeah,
So that's
10U tryouts are tomorrow, actually, here at this field.
tryouts
come on
tomorrow
out.
right here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. What time's the tryouts?
10 to 1, right here at Freeman Park at the baseball field, which is located behind the baseball field if you get here. And
So
then-
right behind this field house. This is
Yes.
the Elrod Field House, and so it's literally right over here. But yeah, and of course we'll give you some information on how to get that, and you'll see that.
Absolutely, yeah.
But yeah, tomorrow from 10 to 1, we're going to have a Jets tryout, and again that is that both 14 and 16
No, this is for the 10U team, our new team in the fall.
for the fall team. Okay.
So we have a 10U. It's going to be a little bit of a hybrid. So they're going to play a rec season, as well as kind of go at least once a month to try to travel,
Yeah.
see how it is. And the goal will be by the spring for the 10U to be a fully travel team. But in the fall, we're going to kind of use a rec program
Sure.
to get them working together, building those relationships in the team. And then by the spring, they'll be a fully travel, but in the fall, they're going to do a hybrid.
Wow, that's you've said it several times, and I'm a big culture guy. I love a solid culture. I love relationships because these are people that your teammates. You've got a lot trust and things of that nature. So doing this, obviously it's you've built a pretty good rapport with everyone, and you've made this lasting. But as a coach and as a director of programming, if you will, tell us your ideal culture for the Jets. What does culture for the Jets look like?
We try to build it upon faith, family, and fellowship. Honestly, I personally am more of a mindset type coach, right? I think that a lot of times, one of your questions even was skill building and confidence, right? It's kind of the core of everything that we do. So when we coach, we're not just coaching about the sport. That's our main job, and we're trying to make you good players, but a lot of this correlates to on and off the field, right? We're teaching life lessons to these girls that are going to help them in jobs, help them in school, help them just in any relationship that they have. And mindset, being able to fail or win and celebrate both of those.
That's awesome.
With class, helps you to have confidence in your skills, right? The more you do it, sometimes you're going to be good at it, sometimes you're not. But being able to be positive with yourself and understand what's the flaw and work through that is kind of what I try to stay around. I coach each one differently. Don't compare yourself to anyone else on the team other than to push you, right? Healthy competition. But as far as skill work, confidence in life, and then the fellowship of our team, there's no drama because we do team building and all of that. But it's just a mindset. Girls are hard.
Yeah.
I think girls are harder than boys right now. This age group, 12 to 16, they're finding out who they are on the field, figuring out if it's something they really want to do, or as well as who they are as a young lady. So it's hard. So we're just trying to build around that. But our parents get along, our kids get along, because we're no fees.
Sure.
If you are a problem, we we
Sure.
don't really owe you much of thank you. It's just not a fit for us. So that's the good thing
Wow,
as well.
that's impressive. Wow. Well, I mean, I guess then there's pluses with that
Right.
comes along with it, right? Yeah. So no riffraff and everything's. Yeah, but I love though how you mentioned the term mesh. Everybody meshes well. I think
Yes.
that's for me that's an important facet, attribute, however you want to call it.
What
But-
makes the difference? You know, if your kids aren't enjoying going to practice, or
Sure.
your parents are, having to sit in outfield all the time, not because they prefer that view, but because you don't want to sit by,
Wow.
somebody's parent. It makes a difference. So we have a contract, that kind of goes over what we hope of you guys,
Okay.
parents and players when they come. But for the most part, we've had a few here and there talks with some people, but it's been fun. The girls have fun. It really let us know that we were doing the right thing. We had our 16U first tournament. They had only practiced once together as a team. They went out and they won the whole thing. First tournament, right? And after, one of our players came up to me, she goes, this is the most fun I've had playing softball in a minute.
Wow.
I just really enjoyed it, and she was a big pull for us on that showcase team when we got her. So we were super happy that that caliber of player believed and enjoyed what we were building. So
Memorable moments. I
Yeah.
think, and folks, let me tell you that is actually something that I was going to focus on is these memorable moments, and
Yeah.
we've got one right here. I think that's really, really impressive. So tomorrow, tryouts.
Yep.
Tell everybody what their child can expect for coming to a tryout. Walk us through a goal of that tryout.
Well, your kids can expect to have fun. So at this age group, they're
I love it.
They're gonna have they'll have a talk from me and Coach Kendall about, we're not looking for perfection, right? We're just looking to see what you got and what we can build on. We'll go through some fielding, taking some grounders, pop flies maybe. Pop flies might be a little date. It just depends, right?
Right,
So
right.
our team will be based on the skill level that comes out there. You
Sure.
know, if we come out there and everyone's been playing a while, then it'll be a very routine tryout. Pop flies, grounders, batting, pitching, throwing, stuff like that. If not, we'll just see what we can build on. It just is really going to depend on what they go at. This age group, like I said, we're just going to
Sure.
build on them.
Okay. Fantastic.
But they'll have fun, and they will goof around, I promise, and play some good softball. We're excited about this age group. It's my favorite age group.
Yeah, I'm excited for you. I really am. Just sitting over here talking to you, listening
Yeah.
to it about it. I really am excited
Thank
for you.
you,
I think
yeah.
this is really, really good things. And the fact that it's done right here locally, right here in the
Yes.
Bartlett area, this is a real good opportunity for those listening. I think the Bartlett's got a lot of opportunity. For those who don't know anything about Bartlett has been a baseball centric city for quite some time. And of course, as things happen, time progresses, things start to, not necessarily dismantle, but things happen. And so now this is a resurgence. This is a resurgence in not only baseball, but also softball. And this is a very, very important time for us. And
It is. We need to build it back. Going back to my time, I used to be scared to play Bartlett. Our high school team, they were good. They're a good squad, right? We beat y'all a few times. I think y'all got us too. But I want that back.
Yeah.
I want it back. I want our rec program to build back, and that was another kind of goal of the Jets. Hopefully it's going to be a building platform. It's in our area. After we get this up and running, we're going to take back the rec world too, because it's sad that our girls have to travel to play good recreational ball in this area. Travel balls had a big push. It wasn't very saturated. I'll say that.
Okay.
When I played, it was your elite. It was a few teams. You had to travel a lot longer distance to get to your tournaments. And I love that it's grown. I love that the travel ball and that there's opportunity in different levels for everyone. So don't get me wrong when I say that. However, I didn't have to travel to Atoka or Senatobia for my rec ball. Here it's dangerous, the age groups they're allowing. the girls to play in. So I hopefully we get some attention on softball in this area, and we can change the rec program so our kids can play here. And that's how they're getting picked over for the travel balls in those areas too, right? That's how your daughter she's on a Collierville-based team, I believe, right?
Well, so moved over to yes, so in that general vicinity,
general area. But if she had been playing rec ball in Bartlett, maybe a Bartlett team could have seen her and picked her up. Yeah. And
that's
a different podcast.
Yeah, that's a different podcast. But that's fair enough to mention that. Yeah, I mean it's fair enough. There is a lot of talent that is going elsewhere.
Right.
Because of the nature of travel ball and things of that nature.
Right.
But let me ask you this. So all your experiences with softball, traveling with the Jets, what has been your favorite spot to travel to?
Ooh, you're going to get some of my tournament directors mad at me.
That wasn't my intention, tournament directors. But
yeah.
What have been your favorite experiences?
As far as fields, I like Milan. Milan fields are actually, they're dirt fields, but they're a pretty good park, not a huge walk back and forth. Dyersburg's a track. It's not my favorite. I like the turf fields as well, but experiences playing, we've had a lot of fun at the tournaments. Are you speaking more of where do I like to go play, or?
Yeah, where you like to go and play,
Our teams try to stay within 3 hours, so we're hitting, 3 hours or less for our younger age groups. Our showcase is a little different. Nashville's got some good areas that the showcase is pretty fields and more to do at night with your team after. As far as our younger age groups, I wouldn't say there's very many bad ones other than every single one. Unfortunately, the ladies are playing on adult-sized fields, so even probably the 8 and 10-year-olds are playing on adult-sized fields. So that's an issue, but hey, one step at a time.
I agree, Coach. One step at a time, and that's appreciative. I can't tell you that the teams that we played on have been North Mississippi, and so a lot of Oxford and New Albany's and
they
things
do
of that
have
nature.
women's-sized fields. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So that's been an enjoyable thing. But no, that's great. I appreciate the tip on the Milan aspect, and I appreciate the mention of the fields around Nashville. That's something that I wasn't. I know with my wife being a softball, a pitching coach, she's mentioned and having to go to tournaments around the Hendersonville area. But I didn't. 2 and 2 didn't equal 4 at that point in time. But now you've mentioned it.
Jackson.
So,
you're going to be within. Typically for women, you're going to have to go at least an hour and a half from here, probably. But you can find some good softball, good fields, good complexes, no more than 2.5 hours away.
Wow.
So look around there. When I'm booking my tournaments, I typically look in Mississippi, Tennessee, and Arkansas. Arkansas, right over the bridge, has a few good ones too.
Wow. So and you're mentioning the booking. So just so everyone is aware, doing what you do, serving on the board of directors with a nonprofit, coaching a Memphis Jets team, obviously working full time as well.
That's right.
What type of, just so everyone understands, this is not just this is what I want to do and I can do it. No. Talk about the commitment. I want to hear this commitment from you.
It's a lot. Luckily, like I said, I have some people helping me. Haiti is very awesome. Ching he's our hype man. He goes around, and then I have Miss Morgan and Miss Danielle that help me as well. So Morgan kind of handles my medical aspect. So when you're running teams, you've got to think about med bags, stuff like that. And luckily, my husband's
like somebody gets stung or something.
That's right. Yeah. Well, or we got splints. Concussions are a big thing nowadays. Miss Morgan is very serious about that.
Sure.
So
safety first.
So each of our teams get a brief from her on just basic medical first aid, and then CPR stuff. We go as far as we can. So she handles all that, and then we have forms. If your kid's allergic or anything medicine wise, so we have all that. But running an organization is, you've got medical, you've got insurance, you've got money, you got to budget and get your money in. Team building, it's a lot. So it's more than a full-time job alone, probably.
Wow.
I just struggle, not struggle, juggle
Yeah,
and
yeah.
struggle.
Yeah, well,
If
I
I'm
get it.
being honest, I juggle and struggle quite often. But I have helpers that are doing
Sure.
good. And the tournament aspect, going and finding your tournaments and registering. The programs, U-Trip and Big Bang, a lot of your use of the website's pretty easy. So that's the least of it. It's the
Wow.
coordinating part and
Outstanding. And you mentioned your husband. Your husband supports with the medical side.
no. Well, yes and no.
Well, in all, let me
But luckily,
rephrase that.
I don't have to deal with it. I have him and I have Miss Morgan, who my husband's a lieutenant on the fire department, paramedic.
Yeah.
He'll help if he's there.
Sure.
But,
Is that Memphis Fire or Bartlett Fire?
Memphis Fire.
Shout out to Memphis Fire.
yes,
Look at there helping
yes.
out. Yeah.
And Miss Morgan has Memphis Fire experience, and then she is
Wow.
she's going to kill me. She just recently changed jobs, but she is on the paramedic side. So this is her bread and butter, and she keeps our baby safe. And
That's
then
awesome.
I've got Danielle and Haiti who help me schedule. Haiti's big on my promoting and my social media, and she's also the co-founder of this. So me and her run, and then Danielle helps me with administrative stuff. So it is a team, and I have parents the parents are always helpful. They're appreciative, right? It's no fees, and their kids are enjoying it. So for the most part, if I ever need anything, I can put it in a group chat with a parents team, and
Nice.
usually I have some help. So
Nice.
yeah.
So, Coach, real quick, and I do have some other questions I want to
Yeah.
ask you, but real quick. So, for a player that wants to show up tomorrow from 10 to 1, a player that wants to reach out to you, or a parent that wants to
Right.
reach out to you, how would they go about connecting with you?
So if you want to show up tomorrow, come on out, right? We can get you registered on site. No issues on that. If you have questions about the organization or about upcoming tryouts for some of our other age groups, because we'll have 12U open practices coming soon, as well as 14U. You can email us at memphis14ujets@gmail.com, or you can text me. Please text. I'm terrible on email, honestly. 901-871-2626, and that'll get you right to me, and I can get you in contact with who you need to talk to if you need to.
Awesome. And if you don't remember that, you can always go to the Seams and Downs
Absolutely.
webpage. I do have Coach Till's info out there under the Air and Opportunity tag. And then, of course, we've also got another opportunity here, and I wanted to discuss that with you.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
but first and foremost, great stuff. I love what
Thank
I'm
you.
hearing about the Jets. This is really, really positive, and I
Yeah.
think that if anybody's going to do it, I think you're going to do it.
Thank you. I appreciate it. It
absolutely.
took a minute, but people are starting to believe in it,
Yep.
and it's exciting.
I'm happy for you, and I'm happy for the Jets program.
Yeah.
So next month, in addition to coaching,
Yeah.
next month's a big spiel, folks.
Yes.
So tell us what this is for next month.
So my kids play for Bartlett High School, so I've kind of teamed up with Coach Taylor and Bartlett High School to help us. We're going to put on a camp. We are going to put on a camp for all these girls in this area to let them know that softball's back in this area, and we're ready to grow. It's going to be in July. Tentative dates are the 7th or 9th through the 11th, but we'll get the flyer out probably to you on Monday.
Okay.
Just to verify that. But we're excited. All age group, all skill level camp.
Outstanding. You've heard it. All age groups, all skill levels. Coming out. Dates still being confirmed. Do we have the dates again?
I believe there's the 9th through the 11th. That's what we're tentative confirmed with. But on Monday, we'll have it on the
Sure.
Airs and Opportunities thing to verify the dates. It'll be Wednesday through Friday, a couple hours each day.
Outstanding.
Format, and then we'll group them by experience, and we'll go through fielding, hitting. Hopefully we can get a good pitching coach out there to maybe help run some drills. If not, we will have our older pitchers running
Sure.
some pitching drills as well, catching, base running, all that stuff.
Outstanding. No, that's really impressive, and that's really cool. So, now, are you going to open up your Jets players to come out and help too?
Yes, we
Outstanding.
hope to kind of interweave some Bartlett players and some Jets players out there to help our youth in this area.
Outstanding.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So be on the lookout for that as well from Seams and Downs. Coach is going to provide that. And you guys have had, there was another opportunity. Is it a family night or is that already passed?
We were supposed to have a parents' night tonight. It didn't get around as much as we had hoped, so we're going to kind of, obviously we're not going to do it tonight. We're going to regroup and try to make sure we get some heavier marketing, a little bit longer time to do that again. So we're going to do them again, so be on the lookout for our parents' nights. Just some 4 hours of childcare, really. Boys, girls, all age groups come out here. Pizza, water, games, got kickball, dodgeball, music freeze tag, just some fun things like that. Just trying to get some flow to the Bartlett softball area, honestly.
Yeah. No, that's awesome.
Remind you guys that we do have a softball program and we want to build it, and then earn some money for these girls to go play and fulfill their dreams.
Outstanding. Well, Coach, again, to capitalize on your time, I do have a parting question for us. If you were to express any words of encouragement, as you know, as we go about our day here, what words of encouragement would you have for, one, parents that are listening to this, but two, if there's a potential player, a potential future player that is looking to find a home on your Jets team, what words of encouragement would you have for them?
All right, parents first, right? It's a little tip for me because, if you know me, it took me a long time to learn this, and I still struggle with it. Sometimes that's why my Game Changer audio is off, because I struggle sometimes. But it was very hard for me, and me especially, because I coached my kids as well. And it was an eye-opening experience. We were riding home, me and my kids, my husband, riding home from a game, and I'll never forget it. My daughter told me she needed a mom right then, not a coach, right? And that, it's hard for me because I do coach them. So yeah, they did great a couple plays, but I'm trying to talk about where they didn't do great. And it hit hard. It broke my heart. But it's true, right? If you just believe in your coach. Whatever team you put your kid on, believe in them and talk to them about the good things. Uplift them. Try to be there for them, especially if you coach them. Make sure you're telling them the good things that's our job as a coach on the field, is to break them down and build them up. It's your job as a parent, and I promise what they need more than anything is just you saying, hey, great job. Or, I don't understand why coach did that either. Let's go talk to him tomorrow.
Powerful.
Or that's something powerful. Like that. Wow. So that's my parents' words of encouragement or advice. It's made my life at home go a lot better when I'm a parent first, and then I go, hey, are you ready for coach? And it's received better. As far as kids go, if you want to play for us, come on. It's going to be fun. I don't have to sell our team and our family orient very much. You'll feel it when you come out. But as far as you as a player, work hard. Be in competition with yourself when you're out there. Nobody else. Just yourself. Do better than what you did last week. Get a couple seconds faster, whatever you got to do, but play hard too. And play hard is not just on the field. Be a kid. I think that because the travel world and the softball world is booming right now, that lots of people, parents, coaches, even kids, are trying to eat, sleep, and breathe softball, and that's great. But you need to be well-rounded. Be a kid too. Go to the dance. Don't play one weekend. Go to just your friend's house. Whatever you got to do to be a kid too. It's a lot, and you don't want to get burnt out before you're needed, really. And that sounds bad because it sounds like you're not needed now. But if you love it and this is what you want to do, find time to be you as well. because the older you get, the less time your
Right.
schedule allows. And then just find the meaningful experiences that are enhancing your skills and your life on and outside of the field. If it works for you, if it's profound, if it's a bad day, find something that makes it meaningful for tomorrow.
Wow.
It's just the easiest thing. Softball is unfortunately about the next error. It doesn't matter what happened.
Right.
You
Wow.
got a next one to do. But we're excited. Come check us out. That's all I can really
Outstanding.
say. I'm
No,
excited,
Coach,
yeah.
we appreciate your time. We really do. Now, again, I've been waiting for this moment, and we're excited to have you on our podcast here. So, folks, again, Memphis Jets, lots of opportunity there. In addition to that, you've also got Bartlett High School softball, and the Jets are going to be hosting that for in the month of July. More information on that. But one last time, the name of the nonprofit,
Yep.
one more time for the listeners.
For Them From Us, we're on Facebook. And then our Jets it's our Jets organization. It's on Facebook as well. And my name's Cody Till, and you can reach out 901-871-2626.
Fantastic. Coach, we really do appreciate your
Thank
time.
you
And
so much
yeah,
for having me.
Absolutely. Yes, ma'am. This is going to be some good stuff. So,
Thank
all
you.
right, folks, next up we have, we've got a couple of things that are in the hopper. And so be on the lookout. Another episode is going to come up. Again, my son is still playing football, and I've got a daughter that's getting spun up again with softball. So lots of things going there, and lots of opportunity to have things to discuss and talk about. Once again, Coach, much appreciated, and
Thank you.
we will see you guys next time.
All right.
Thank you.